Welcome back, guys. I'm back with another rig we're going to create here. We are going to use a Radeon RX 580 8GB for this one here. We have an i3 core Intel 8100 from the LGA 151. That's the one that's required when you're running this motherboard. I'm running here, which is the Z370. It does actually have Wi-Fi on the board too, which is interesting. I don't think we're going to need it, but it's nice to have anyway. You know, why not? The board was pretty cheap. I got it for a good deal, so I'm kind of building the rig around that. And then we went with an 8-stick of ballistic memory. That is the DDR4 266 or 2666, I should say, bus speed. So that's pretty sweet. So the reason we went with a 4 or an 8 instead of a 4 is because I do want to run Windows on this one, because I do have some other things I'm going to be doing on this computer other than just mining, which I'll explain shortly. We got a power supply. I got that one pretty cheap. It's a 650 watt Corsair. Okay power supply. I really like my EVA 1000, so I don't know if I'll get another one going forward. Maybe for this rig, if I just need a little more juice, I'll do that. Because this is just a starter build. More graphics cards are coming of the same kind. I just don't have them all. So I'm just getting this situated. I'm going to start mining with one card, and I'll be getting another one shortly, and I'll just keep adding them as I go. So I have a whole bunch of risers over here, basically a whole bunch. Got something I ordered as well, which I'm not going to be using right away, but in the near future. These are hard to find. You can find them places, but it took a month to get here. So basically what it is you plug it in to the board, and then you have 4 adapters, so you could hook up 4 cards. I don't know if I would go all 4, but I mean, I could at least do 2 or 3 if I need to at some point. I don't think I will, because I probably won't put too many cards on this until newer cards come out, because the difficulty has been rising. So because of that, I want to be careful, and I don't want to overcommit. I'll explain more on that in another video, because that's a whole nother subject. If you'd like to see that, just comment below and I'll go ahead and get that going. I just need you guys to remind me. And then we want the solid state drive. All we need is 120 gigs. I found this one pretty cheap on eBay. I grabbed it up right away. It's brand new. So basically we're going to run Windows on it. And then what we'll do is we'll run Claymore to mine Ethereum. The reason I need Windows is because I'm also doing burst mining. I don't know if you guys know of that. Basically it's proof of capacity mining. Here's my my book, basically Western Digital 8GB card or 8GB hard drive. It's external. So basically what that is, just to give you a brief overview, is it mines using your hard drive. It's pretty awesome. You can find some good videos. I know iMineBlocks does a lot of videos on it, and I'd like to do some in the future as well. So you're not going to make a lot of money on that right now. A block is only worth maybe like 2 or 3 cents right now, or I'm sorry, a coin is only worth 2 or 3 cents right now. But the thing is, it's really cheap to do. You're paying for the drive, but after you pay for the drive, the electricity is next to nothing if you have the computer already running. Very, very low. So because of that, you know, I mine maybe 20 blocks of bursts a day. So with this, I'm getting maybe, right now it's like 50 or 60 cents a day, and I'm just leaving it on and letting it run. And right now I'm just holding all the burst for later. And if the price ever goes up high enough and I have enough, you know, then maybe I'll sell and invest in another drive. It's pretty cool. It's more of a green way of mining. It's very good for the environment. So I'm supporting that with Burst, and I think Burst is an interesting project. There are also some other ones, Storage, which I could take a look at as well, but currently I'm going to stick with Burst because I like it and I have it already set up. But that gives you a little quick overview of that. That's why I want to put Windows on this machine. So once again, I'll have links for all this stuff down below if you are interested. If not, no worries. But if so, I appreciate if you use my links, because then I can build more for you guys. Because the more I get from that, the more I can put towards this, because I'm always tight with money myself. So those are the pieces. So the processor, we went as bottom of the barrel. Basically, this is the lowest one that we can run. But with that, it's good because it's not going to use as much, electric and everything like that. Because that is going to be a factor, especially as Ethereum, the difficulty gets harder. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this all around and unpackage all this, and then we'll build it together and get at least the hardware portion set up here, guys. So be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. We got the motherboard here. I'm going to try to do the best I can here, holding the camera and installing at the same time. Unfortunately, I'm alone here. And I also have the sun beaming in my eyes through like the smallest window in the basement. So you might see a little reflection too as well. We got the CPU here, ready to go. We got the heatsink for that. We got the memory, the solid state drive, our graphics card, ready to go. Also, if you guys are looking for like a box cutter, I have to say the one that I have is pretty awesome. So there it is. I'll put a link for it if I remember. Basically, it just folds up. I recommend having something like this when you're doing computer stuff because there's like thousands of boxes. Every time you order something, it seems like you get another box to go ahead and put it through to get out of. So I'll put it down there if you're interested. If not, no worries. Well, let's go ahead and we will start with the board here. I do have it propped up on top of a box just because I don't want it against the felt of the poker table. Mainly because I am kind of hardcore and I don't run a static guard, but let's stay away from the carpet area. So let's see if I can go ahead and hold this up here. We want to remove this, and that just popped right off. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Let me switch hands here. There we go. And I'm just trying to be careful here. Let's see which way it goes. Okay, I don't want to touch the bottom of it by mistake. There we go. That goes on top there. Let me just close the door. So next to the heatsink, this might be a little more difficult. And we'll go, does it matter which way? Doesn't seem so. So this matches up with the holes there. Okay, I got the cable off, and all you do once it's set up here, push these down, and that's all you do. Oh, that one didn't really click. I have to. That one did. There we go. And we made it to the wire. We're just come over here. Go in right there. And boom. I hope I didn't miss that. Sorry if I'm shaky, guys. Last time my friend was doing it while I was recording it, so I made it a little easier. So let's go ahead and next we're going to put the memory in. We got the ballistic. There it is. We're going to go ahead and put it in the second DIMM slot here. Those are already there. Okay, so you want to make sure you open up both sides of the memory here. It should only go in one way. There is a notch, but it's like kind of like 60-40, so it's not all the way over. So it'll only go in one way, and you just push it down the middle. And then should be able to get it closed there. It's a little difficult actually being on top of a box, but it's in there. All right, great. So we got our processor, we got our heatsink with the fan, we got our memory on there. Next, we're going to go with the solid state drive. There we go here. Let me go and get that ready. Okay, we're back. We got the solid state drive. I have a SATA cable plugged into it. You'll see a bigger opening. That's for the power for the SATA solid state drive. So what we'll do is, I think we need to, over here. So right next to the bird, or whatever you want to call it, we're going to push it in here. We're just going to go top corner. There we go. Clicked in. Nice. So now we have our hard drive set up. That's all plugged in. So next we're going to go ahead and put the power to the power supply. Let me go ahead and... So now we got the hard drive all set up. I spun this a little bit because we're going to go ahead and run the graphics cards here. Since I only have one right now, it's not a big deal to get the risers involved. Riser involved. Make sure I always take this off first. Okay guys, I'm back. I moved some things around, made it a little better. I have this glass table that I use here. I put it like, I guess it's like stone chessboard down to put it on top of, to give it a little more height, because I do want to put the graphics card on here, so hopefully it'll clear. If not, I might need to go a little higher. So then I have Windows installation files on the flash drive there, so I can get Windows on it, and I have a mouse hooked up. Got everything else set up, power supplies over there. Looking good. Big brother is next door. He's running good. Been running solid for a long time. We got 7 cards. We are considering adding one more. We can add up to 2 more, but we're thinking 1 more. That is a shared machine with a friend, by the way. So this one's just solo dolo me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the card in. I tried to do it holding the camera, it just doesn't work. So let me put the card in and I'll be right back with you guys. So it did fit well. It did get into this slot there. We could technically put 2 more next to them without using risers, but I think if I run more than 1 more, I would probably get another case built and set that up to put it in there, just for the airflow. I did plug in a monitor, so I'm going to start it up in a moment. After you plug it into the board, you want to be careful with the board. It did clear on the side there. You probably can't see it, but it's probably about a 1/4 inch off of the glass, which is perfect. We did put power in the top. We used a 6 and a 2 connector combined to get 8 pins there for the power. So now we have power to that and our hard drive, and we have everything ready to go. So I'll be back once we're ready to fire it up. So I hit the power switch on the power supply, so we're good to go. So now we just need to jump it. Let's hope this all works. So we're gonna go here, and we're just gonna jump these cables. Yep. That sounds like a lot of stuff. Got that though. So everything does look lit up. I'm going to turn the monitor on. Let's check that out. Ooh, it went off. Not good. Something might be going on. Okay. The computer is showing it's loading, so that's a good sign. Very good. Cool. So there we have it, guys. So we got the 1 card going. I'll give you more updates as we put more cards on here. Like I said, I don't plan on doing too many cards. 2, maybe 3. And then we're going to kind of go from there. And I do have installation on Windows going up there, so that's looking good there too. Awesome, guys. Well, I hope you appreciate the video. If you do, make sure you smack that thumbs up. If you are interested in more build guides, let me know. This is the first one I've done by myself, so it's a little more difficult, but we figured it out and we got it running. No errors. I mean, the 1 wire was in the way, but other than that, everything went pretty smooth, which means there's a lot of bad stuff to come. All right, guys. I will talk to you later, and I'll put the stats or do an update video later. Thank you. Smack out.